Twisted Love by Ana Huang is the first book in the Twisted series, a steamy contemporary romance filled with intense emotions, dark secrets, and a love that defies all boundaries. The story follows Ava Chen and Alex Volkov, two people with painful pasts who should never have fallen for each other. But once they do, their lives will never be the same. Ava Chen is a kind-hearted, optimistic woman who radiates warmth despite the tragedies she has endured. Orphaned at a young age after her parents died in a mysterious accident, she was raised by her uncle and grew up alongside her best friend, Stella. Ava appears cheerful on the surface, but deep down, she struggles with loneliness and unresolved grief. She copes by focusing on her passion for photography and surrounding herself with loved ones. But her nightmares about her parents' deaths haunt her. Alex Volkov is the complete opposite: cold, calculating, and emotionally closed off. A self-made billionaire with a dangerous reputation, he thrives on control and power. His childhood was marked by violence and betrayal, leaving him with deep scars and a relentless drive for revenge. He doesn't believe in love or weakness, and he trusts no one. The only person he cares about is his younger sister, Stella, Ava's best friend, which is why he agrees to watch over Ava while Stella is studying abroad. When Alex becomes Ava's temporary guardian, their worlds collide in ways neither of them expects. Ava is sunshine and warmth, while Alex is ice and darkness. She finds him intimidating, yet intriguing, while he sees her as naive and fragile, until he realizes there's more to her than meets the eye. Their forced proximity leads to tension, arguments, and an undeniable attraction that neither can resist. At first, Alex tries to keep his distance, convinced that someone like Ava could never understand his darkness. But the more time they spend together, the harder it becomes to deny their chemistry. Ava, who has always been drawn to broken things, sees past Alex's cold exterior and recognizes the pain he hides. She challenges him, pushes his boundaries, and slowly breaks down the walls he's spent years building. However, their growing connection is threatened by secrets from the past. Alex is hiding something, something dangerous, that could destroy everything between them. Ava, unaware of the truth, falls deeper for him, even as she senses that he's keeping something from her. When glimpses of his violent side surface, she begins to question whether she truly knows him at all. As their relationship intensifies, so does the danger surrounding them. Alex's past is catching up to him, and Ava becomes entangled in a world of lies, betrayal, and revenge. Just when she thinks she's finally found someone who understands her pain, she discovers that Alex's secrets might be the very thing that tears them apart. The fragile peace between Ava and Alex couldn't last, not with so many secrets buried between them. What began as a reluctant guardianship had spiraled into something far more dangerous, a love so consuming it threatened to destroy them both. As autumn leaves began to fall outside Alex's penthouse windows, Ava found herself drawn deeper into his world. His touch set her skin on fire. His rare smiles made her heart stutter, but the shadows in his eyes warned of storms to come. She'd catch him watching her sometimes, with an expression that bordered on anguish, as if he were memorizing her features before some impending catastrophe. "You're hiding something from me," she accused one night after waking to find him gone from their bed. She found him in his study, whiskey in hand, staring at files she wasn't allowed to see. The way he immediately closed his laptop confirmed her suspicions. Alex's jaw tightened. Some things are better left in the dark, Solnishko. The Russian endearment, his sunshine, should have warmed her. Instead, it made her shiver, because sunshine couldn't penetrate the kind of darkness Alex carried. She was beginning to understand that now. The cracks in their relationship widened with each passing week. Alex's protectiveness turned suffocating. He installed security systems in her apartment, demanded she check in hourly when they were apart, and flew into terrifying rages when she disobeyed his orders. The man who had once seemed so controlled now showed flashes of something far more dangerous. You can't keep me in a gilded cage, Ava protested after he canceled her photography assignment in a rough neighborhood. Alex's hands framed her face with surprising gentleness. You don't understand what's out there, what people would do to get to you. His thumbs brushed her cheekbones. To get to me, through you. The warning should have sent her running. Instead, she kissed him, because even as fear coiled in her stomach, the addiction was stronger. Alex tasted like sin and salvation, and in those moments when their bodies joined, she could pretend they were just two ordinary people in love. Then came the nightmares. Alex would wake screaming in Russian, drenched in sweat, his hands around imaginary throats. Ava learned to approach him carefully on those nights, speaking softly until the feral light left his eyes. He never spoke of the dreams, but the way he held her afterward, like she might disappear, told her everything she needed to know. The breaking point came on a rainy Tuesday afternoon. Ava was organizing Alex's home office when she found the safe behind his Monet reproduction. She told herself she wouldn't look. Then she saw the date on one of the files, the same date her parents had died. The documents inside painted a horrifying picture. Surveillance photos of her parents, police reports marked confidential, and a single name circled in red ink over and over. Volkov. Not Alex's name, his father's. The world tilted. Ava barely made it to the bathroom before vomiting. When she emerged, Alex was there, his face ashen. The truth spilled out in jagged pieces. How his father had ordered the hit on her parents. How Alex had discovered the truth years later. How he'd sought her out, not by chance, but by design. You used me, she whispered, the words slicing her throat. Alex dropped to his knees before her, a fallen king. At first. Then I fell in love with you. She fled with nothing but her passport and the cash from her emergency fund. Alex didn't follow. That was almost worse, as if he knew he didn't deserve to. 6 months passed. Ava traveled through Europe, her camera, her only companion. She told herself she was free. But every stranger's laugh sounded like Alex's. Every dark alley made her wish for his protective presence. She hated herself for missing him, even as she burned with betrayal. Meanwhile, the danger Alex had warned her about found her in a Parisian cafe. A too friendly stranger, a drugged drink, waking up in a warehouse with a gun to her head. Your boyfriend has been interfering in our business, the man hissed. Now he'll learn what happens to those who cross us. Ava closed her eyes, thinking of all the moments she'd wasted. Then, gunfire, shouting in Russian, and Alex, beautiful and deadly, standing over her, with blood on his hands. The fight that followed was brutal. Ava saw the monster in Alex, fully unleashed, the trained killer beneath the billionaire's suit. When it was over, he collapsed beside her, his body shielding hers, even in exhaustion. You came, she whispered. Alex pressed his forehead to hers. I will always come for you. The aftermath was messy. There were tearful confessions in hospital rooms, painful truths about vengeance and forgiveness. Alex laid his soul bare, his childhood under a crime lord's thumb, his years spent becoming powerful enough to destroy his own father. The moment he realized Ava meant more to him than any revenge. Ava's healing took longer. She visited her parents' grave for the first time in years. She screamed at Alex, then held him as he wept. They learned to rebuild trust in small moments, a kept promise here, a shared vulnerability there. On their 1 year anniversary, Alex took her to a private beach at sunset. There, with the waves kissing their feet, he gave her a simple silver key. This opens a safety deposit box, he explained. Inside is everything, every secret, every sin, every dollar I own. It's yours, because I'm yours, completely. Ava slipped the key onto her necklace, beside the locket with her parents' photo. Then she kissed the man who had destroyed and rebuilt her heart. Twisted love wasn't perfect. It was messy and painful and sometimes terrifying. But as Alex's arms wrapped around her, Ava knew she wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you so. Watching the video, please like, share, and subscribe.